Good morning, students. I am Baba Sahib Kangune, Assistant Professor of English, Chhatrapati Shivaji College, Satara. Dear students, I welcome you all in my second lecture on Getting Away with Murder, a play by Dina Mehta. Before going to begin my presentation, I have to make an important announcement. At the end of my presentation, I have attached one link for you, that is for MCQ examination. Multiple choice questions are there. 15 questions I have given in that questionnaire, and each question will carry 10 marks. By using your own email ID, you have to log into the test and you have to submit your responses. So let me continue my video lecture on Dina Mehta's play Getting Away with Murder. Dear students, our first point of today's discussion is, what is the theme of the play Getting Away with Murder? If you observe this particular chart carefully, you find that there are so many different aspects which have been discussed by the writer Dina Mehta. For example, violence against women, female feticide, insecure relationship, child abuse, workplace harassment, inequality and gender discrimination, suffocation of the women, unhappy married life, rape, blind superstitious belief. So all these aspects related to the women in our country that have been discussed by the writer Dina Mehta in this play. So while studying this play, you have to study all these aspects. You have to concentrate on, while attempting any descriptive question also, you highlight all these points, all these various issues which are the part of social condition as well as economic condition, socio-economic condition of women in our society. As you know that basically our society is a patriarchal society, and definitely at different levels women have to face the male dominance that is shown by the writer Dina Mehta in the play Getting Away with Murder. Dear students, let me share with you different views which are expressed by critics on the play Getting Away with Murder. According to a critic, here in case with this play, each character reveals a secret sorrow, and the most shocking revelation of all is the trauma of child abuse within families, which is never exposed. So, dear students, while studying this play, you always keep in your mind that how Dina Mehta, as a female writer, and how successfully she portrayed the condition of Indian women in our society. And so, the child abuse, that is one important aspect of the study of this play also. Dear students, let me discuss with you major female characters in this play. In my last video lecture also, I remember I have told you that here we have three female characters and who are the friends. So we have Mallika, who is referred to as a Malu also, then Sonali and Dr. Razia. So one by one we discuss these three major characters. So first one is Mallika. Last time also I told you that she is one of the successful women. She is working in the office at a top position. She represents a modern educated woman. She is a bold, she is a determined woman, and she is able to take her decision in official work as well as in her own personal life also. So in the beginning of the play you find that she is waiting for her friend Sonali in a restaurant. And so what happens with her, that is very interesting one. There is a stranger, we don't know exactly the name of the stranger also, but how he was behaving with Mallika, and so how he was using, we can say that his askew gestures may be there. There was some intention in his mind, and he used to, we can say that, tempt her, or we can say that draw the attention of Mallika also, and to make her the part of his own trap also. But even then, Mallika successfully handle that particular situation, and she tries to protect her life also from that stranger also. We may consider it as a kind of molestation, because here Mallika is molested. Even she is an educated woman, modern woman, having her own, we can say that means having her own belief in her own thoughts. Even then, she has to face such situations. That is a very horrible one, as we know. Then, dear students, Mallika is working in an office, and Mr. Pingle is her business partner, or we may call him as her co-worker also. But see, as I am telling you about the male dominance at workplace also, he used to consider himself as a superior and Mallika as a inferior one. And so he used to tell her that Mallika should engage herself in secretarial work, or we can say that PR work also. And he was not likely to take her assistance in some top management level work also, because he was feeling himself superior one. But Mallika, she proved her own talent, her own potentialities, her own capabilities through hard work and sincerity one. So here in this play you find that she is one of the ideal female character for all women in our society. Then let me tell you about her personal life also. Mallika is having her love with Gopal, but here if you read the play in detail you find that here the insecure relation between Gopal and Mallika, because Gopal often visit different parts of India, and so he's having his relation with different girls. And so here Mallika has realized that Gopal maintains relation with different girls, and so she doesn't take her decision to marry with Gopal also. So here we can say that Mallika, who is facing that issue, that is we can call it as an insecure relation, so she is the victim of that we can say that incident of insecure relation between Mallika and Gopal also. Then our next character is Sonali, and she is the victim of childhood sexual abuse, which led a psychosis in her. So let me explain what is psychosis, and with the help of Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, I will explain the term psychosis. See the definition of the term psychosis, which is given by Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary. See, psychosis, that is a serious mental illness that makes a person lose contact with reality also. And so in this play you find that Sonali is suffering from that illness. Then dear students, let me tell you why she became a victim to that disease known as psychosis. What are the reasons? The first reason is that from the age of 8, nights after nights, her uncle Narottam comes to her bedroom and sexually abuses her. So here her own uncle Narottam, who is now dead, but still she is haunted by the memories of her own uncle, because he tortured her in that way. And so she always experience a kind of fear that someone indoors is watching me. If you read the play you find that this is one of the statement given by Sonali while talking with Mallika as well as Razia also. Further, she confesses Mallika that if a woman cannot bear a son, it's because of the retribution for the misdeeds in her past life. When the play opens, while talking with Mallika, she shares that she was pregnant, but there is another issue that she requests Mallika that you talk with Dr. Razia and she wants to have the sex determination test also, because she wants to abort the fetus if it is female fetus one, because she had created that kind of negativity in her own mind because of her own experiences. She used to call Razia Resli Desli. So it shows the close relation between two friends. Then, if you read the play, you find that how her own opinion towards a female fetus. And so she says that to be born a girl is to subject to violence and servitude. She doesn't want to give birth to a girl who will be the victim of such cruel system of the society in future also. Fortunately, she is supported by her husband Anil. Otherwise, her mother-in-law, she was expecting that her daughter-in-law should give birth to a son only. So all such cases happen in our society, that everywhere we find that at domestic level also, how the women they have to face such circumstances, which is successfully shown by Dina Mehta in the play Getting Away with Murder. Fortunately, at the end of the play, you find that Sonali is empowered because of the efforts by her friend Mallika and Razia. Even the role played by her husband Anil, that is also important one, and she comes out of the fear in her own mind also. Then our next female character is Razia. She is a doctor by profession. She is a gynecologist, but see the tragedy of Razia. She was unable to bear the child also. And so she says that I am that joke of nature, a barren woman. So what does it indicate? That even she was doing her job very well. She was very successful doctor also. Even then, she has to face some issues, and that's why her mother-in-law, who insisted her son, the name of her husband is Habib, her mother-in-law insisted for the second marriage of Habib, because here Dr. Razia could not give birth to her own child also. So definitely we'll come to know that how she is the victim of the society, our own beliefs, our own traditions also, that we always insist that there should be at least a child in the family or likewise. And that's why here Dr. Razia, who herself becomes victim of our blind belief, our own traditions, our own attitude towards women, as well as when we just blame women for not bearing a child also. So Habib is Razia's husband, and Razia's mother-in-law decides second marriage of Habib with Samina. So let me tell you who is Samina. She is Habib's niece Fatima's friend, and she is just 19 years old. But here, for the sake of we can say that religious belief, she has to support the marriage of her own husband, also the second marriage of her own husband. Then students, we have another female character in the play, that is Thelema, and who is working in the office of Mallika as a steno. And so basically she is the victim of workplace harassment, because as I said earlier that Mr. Pingle, the partner of Mallika, who used to make vulgar comments and wicked gestures, and so he wants to uh, uh, make a kind of relation with Thelema also. But here, fortunately, here the Mallika rescues Thelema from the tricks of Mr. Pingle. There are some other happenings also in the play. For example, Gopal narrates how the women are killed in Bihar as witches also. So that is another incident of violence against women, and he shows the photographs from a 1988 issue of the Illustrated Weekly of India. Here almost means he says that in the Singhbhum district alone 200 women are killed as witches every year. And what was the reason? Because to usurp their property of women, to usurp their land, their property, and that's why they are accused as being witches. Dear students, I share this link for you, link for MCQ questions, and if you want to watch my previous video, another link is there. Thank you very much.